Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dylan again. I just wanted to stop procrastinating and get back to making one of these videos about my diet, wellness updates, and some good eats recommendations for if you're trying to go low carb and improve your health, lose a lot of weight, and also feel really good is honestly one of the best benefits of it. You may not think that at first if you're someone like me who's kind of almost like competitive, I would say, is wherein like just really enjoys that challenge of like going from like, being a pretty big person, like losing all this weight when it's hard to, like a lot of like lifestyle changes as far as like the food you eat and the temptations you have with it. But once you get so far into the diet routine and it becomes a little easier, like it is for me, you really do realize, and you can't shy away from it, that like you just feel great too when you don't eat carbs or you have a really low carb diet and you're really embracing just the act of having a healthier lifestyle and eating only things you need. So, without further ado, just kind of a quick video with this one. I wanted to explain one of the keto things I got. So my mom actually brought these when she came and visited Stillwater a few weeks ago, and they're called the keto meal bars. And so basically what one of these is it's kind of like, like a meal replacement bar. So it has the salted caramel macadamia nut flavor, and then I also don't have the package for, just package for this one. Beyond that, don't really need it, but just a little bit of an aesthetic so that you can actually see what it was. But then anyways, there was also a thing of little basically Reese's peanut butter cups shaped type of candy thing, but was also made by the Keto brand, so it's supposed to be lower sugar, so just a lot of artificial sweetener with that. So my review on them basically though, they were pretty good, but again, one of the secrets to getting this type of stuff once you're far into a, keto, truly keto, like I'm not doing this fake stuff that a lot of people say, like they're having a keto diet, but then I go see them have like fried chicken or like chicken nuggets and fries on like a Friday night, like their pig out night, like I don't think you understand how much that puts you behind, like doing that, like, um, but what I was getting at with that is, so if you're truly on a keto diet, you can notice a change in how you feel once you consume one of these. For example, when I had the first meal replacement bar, it tasted pretty good because obviously even though it's artificial sweeteners to make the flavor come out, it does taste like a peanut butter chocolate bar type of thing, so it's a lot more tasty than things before, but you almost realize it's almost fascinating, at least to me, how you're able to understand, like, whoa, how sugar is almost more addicting than any drug. Like, I have never done drugs, by the way, but but the thing is, once you have one of those, and you've been on a low carb diet for a long time, like me, you realize like you have a craving to just want more, and so you understand what people mean by stuff being addicting and sugar being addicting. Because frankly, like I never realized how I had that in me when I, just kind of consumed food as I pleased and just kind of didn't have an unhealthy diet, but didn't really think about how many carbs I consumed. Focused more on the fad of just maybe eating a little less or eating stuff that people thought was healthy and exercising a little bit more. But I mean, again, I've always exercised. I still do, even when I eat a lot less food and eat this super low sugar food. But it it only really advanced me in my fitness at all when I changed my diet. Like that's really a secret. You may think that you're getting progress by doing sit-ups every day, by having an intense workout, but really it's about the diet. I'm telling you, it's genetics a lot of the time if you're convinced by that changing it. Because the thing is, you can have those genetics to help you stay pretty skinny and fit when you're eating poorly, but the only thing that's going to line up consistently is you feeling better in terms of when you eat right, if that makes sense. And then also, whenever you don't have the genetics to stay looking fit or pretty thin, then the only thing that can change when you eat healthier is, well, two things. You can feel better, and you can lose a lot of weight and become a lot more fit and toned, whatever you're looking for. So my takeaway on those meal replacement bars, and then the little, I forgot what they were called, but basically like a peanut butter cup type of thing. Like this one, the meal plan bar is designed more as a meal replacement thing, like a snack. Still, it's kind of a sweet flavor, so it's almost like a dessert. But then the other one is again pretty much like a candy, but if you're on a healthy diet like me or whatever diet you may be on, keto, low carb related. My takeaways on them though is the meal plan one. I thought it was not too bad, honestly, because it did fill me up a lot, but I feel like the other thing with that is risky is I think part of the um satisfaction, I guess, or being filled up with it is like I kind of felt a little more like heavy right after it. Like I can feel noticeably heavier when I have a carb now than now. So I don't know if that was me being filled up by it or just kind of feeling a little heavy, feeling weighed down by having the artificial sweeteners, because sometimes those can produce the same effect that having sugar does, the same reaction. But then honestly, the peanut butter cup ones, like if you were looking to be on this type of diet, I would not recommend those ones at all. Like because those again like artificial sweeteners, but first of all, it's just designed to be like a candy for like a diet, but the point of going on a super low carb diet or regimen like this is you want to be almost a perfectionist with what you eat, and you want to eat natural stuff. You again, the diet for me, it consists of meat and cheese basically, and a big preference on the meat and fatty meat. That's what you need. It's natural stuff. You don't want to have the bad oxalates that are in plants and stuff. I don't know the details on that. You'd have to ask my nutritionist expert and dietitian mom, Teresa Hennig. But yeah, plant stuff, that's kind of a myth. But what you want is you need meat. You need to have the carnivore diet, and cheese is okay, but what I consume is stuff without sugar. And the problem is these are kind of lower. Like there's still 15 grams of carbs though in the meal replacement bars though, at least, and there's 9 grams of fiber, 3 grams of added sugar. So like they basically went as low as they could go on this. But the thing is, all that that was previously sugar is just replaced with artificial flavors now, which again, there's science behind that where that can just produce the same reaction in your body. So like even though you're maybe not having the sugars that are doing the damage to your body, that's the word, you're still having the damage happen just by a different thing, by a different route. And so again, if you're trying to be really serious with your diet and really lose weight, but more importantly, like keep your body and your mind at its healthiest, I would not recommend going on the route of these because it's just not the most efficient way. Like my mom talked about it in a good way. They kind of tend to be impulse buys because again, when you're on a diet like this and you are being really strict with what you eat, maybe once in a while you are just feeling that craving to have one of these types of things that's like a low sugar or no sugar thing that's usually just sugar filled. But again, the point of the diet and the regimen is to go hard and like only eat what you should eat and only eat the no sugar stuff. And so I feel better and I feel more able to get through the day without worrying about what I'm going to eat next when I stick with, all natural foods, when I stick with that meat and cheese diet, primarily meat, Again, that and coffee is pretty much all I try to have. And that includes not having sugary coffee, by the way, an important note to make there for people who may truly not know that, all those other flavored drinks, well, you should know this, but they have a lot of sugar. But yeah, that's the takeaway. The keto meal replacement bars, I would recommend, honestly, trying one for that test if you're trying to go on a intense diet to see how different it feels after you have one of those, and let me know how that is. But overall, as far as consistently buying a pack of them and using them for workout energy or something, I would recommend against it. I think the best thing to do is just stay on track with an intense diet and really work to get into your lifestyle and routine to where you're almost at a perfect no carb level or whatever you're going for, and just stick with that, because you won't even realize it, but you'll feel so much better. And the way you're consuming food, that way, like the way I am right now, then you're not ever craving food. You just have it when you're hungry and you have, meat, you have a burger or something, and then you're not just addicted to sugar. You're not thinking about where you're going to get your next thing. So again, I'd stay away from the keto meal plan type of food. But other than that, that's all I have for this, and I hope you guys enjoyed that review. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it, because it's still publicity for me. Yeah, and comment or something, and help me out. Let me know anything I can do to improve these videos. I know I'm kind of lazy with the production, but any easy things I could change to make it better, let me know. Thanks.